Ariel Helwani in Stockholm, Sweden, alongside Gegard Mousasi, who meets Dan Henderson this Saturday night at UFC on Fox 14. Gegard, it's good to see you again. We are in Europe, of course, and of course you are a European fighter. Do you prefer fighting here as opposed to going to the States?
Yeah, I prefer fighting in Europe. It's a little bit closer to home. A lot of friends will come to watch the fights, so it's a little bit home advantage, I feel.
What was your reaction when you got the news that you'd be fighting Dan Henderson next? He's dropping down from 205, and of course, a lot of people might remember you've trained with him in the past.
Well, yeah, it's just another fight, so he's a nice guy and he's a big name. He's a legend, so it's a good fight for me.
Was he on your radar, though? Because, like I said, he was at 205, and, he's a legend of the sport. So, was this something that excited you? Oh, wow, I get to fight someone like him, a big name like him. Was he even someone that you were thinking about?
No, I wasn't thinking about fighting Dan Henderson. There was a possibility once we were fighting in Strikeforce. I thought maybe we could fight. And I've trained with him. Like I said, he's a nice guy, but never thought that I would face him. So it makes sense now, I think, at this stage of our careers.
4 or 5 years ago, you did train with him at Team Quest. Do you think he is the same fighter today as opposed to the one that you trained with all those years ago?
Well, I don't know. I think
Based on what you see in his fights.
I don't know. We have to see, because he's dropping down now weight. He's been off for a year. Maybe he's hungry. I don't know which Dan will show up. So.
Do you remember those training sessions? Have you thought about them a lot leading up to this?
No, well, we did some sparring, and I remember I felt a little bit his strength, but doesn't mean anything. You can't judge on that.
Who got the better of who when you were sparring?
I would say he was a little bit better, but with the takedowns, but nothing major.
You've come a long way since then, of course, so I'm assuming you're not putting too much stock into that.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was just a light sparring. No one gives his all, so it's I don't think about that at all, actually.
It's amazing he's still fighting at 44. Do you still think he is a player in this sport? Like, did you feel like, coming off that fight against Daniel Cormier, I mean, he was thoroughly dominated. Do you still feel like he's a force to be reckoned with, though?
Yeah, definitely. I think the weight difference was too much in that fight. Two good wrestlers, and Daniel Cormier being in his prime, and now he's dropping down the weight, so we have to see. I don't know, but it's a new division, and so maybe it's different now.
How are you feeling at 185? Do you still feel like this is the best weight class for you?
It took some while to adjust, and but now I feel good. The weight cut is going really good, so I feel very comfortable now at this weight.
I read that you said going into the Jacare fight around Thursday, Friday, and even walking out to the cage, you didn't feel like you were into it. Something felt off. Can you explain what you were feeling?
Well, I think I say the desire to fight, burnout, too many fights, coming off injuries, stuff like that. I think it was too much, and of course, it had Jacare giving me the chance to be dominant, then I would have go with it, and he didn't. So he did a good job, but I wasn't able to, come back. I wasn't in it.
Internally, were you kind of freaking out? You're like, oh, I don't feel like I'm excited for this fight. I feel off. What was going through your mind as you're walking to the cage and not feeling like yourself?
I don't know. I think I wasn't thinking at that moment. Afterwards, I realized, well, I wasn't even trying. So I don't know. Was one of the weirdest fights that I had.
Have you ever felt that way before, prior?
No, it was first time that I really felt like I wasn't myself. Yeah.
Do you feel like yourself now?
Yeah, definitely. I took some time off. I took 1.5 months off just to be hungry again. And now I did the training right. Didn't do too much, but trained harder, smarter. So I feel like I'm the best shape that I can be.
How would you describe your time in the UFC thus far? It's been kind of up and down. Has it been frustrating?
Well, I came short against the number 2 and the number 3, so they could be contenders. They could fight for the title. They could be champions. So it's a hard pill to swallow, but I know I can come back. So I don't have lost the title shot. It's not like I think I will never get there. So I know if I get good win this year, maybe if I can then beat him up, and then I could be there right there. So I'm trying to make 2015 a good year.
Are you feeling pressure going into this fight?
No, not at all, because I feel pressure. You don't want to lose, of course, but I feel really good. I think it's gonna be very difficult to beat me today.
How do you,
Saturday,
of course, how do you see the fight playing out in your mind?
Well, I think I'm being aggressive, bringing the fight to him, and other than that, it could go decision because he's a tough guy. But I really see me be dominant.
Finally, you talked to me not that long ago about kind of just figuring out how to train properly and have the right kind of training camps. Do you feel like you finally have figured that out and it's all coming together for you in the gym leading up to your fights?
Yeah, I always was doing things right, but I was changing a lot. Every time I would change this, I would change that. So eventually, in a couple of years, you have changed so much that you don't do what you always did, where you were successful. So I got a little bit back to that and train smarter, and it's more experience. And I know my body better. I know when to rest. I know when to push. So stuff like that really changed, and I think more matured.
All right, well, best of luck to you. Thank you very much for the time and looking forward to the fight as always.
Thank you.